But I never went back to school again. Just like even Lee City, after graduating, I never went back till after like 12 years to go and collect my certificates, So shout out to Banky. And of course, like the end of the relationship also caused a huge dent in my career, because a lot of things happened. But like every time me and Banky meet and, we talk about the story and stuff, he's like, maybe God just wanted us to do whatever we did to you so that you can ginger more and look at you now, How about you look at the good side? That kind of thing. So shout out to him regardless to so many things. Of course, the EFCC situation, we know it was BS. They came for me, they tried to embarrass me and stuff, but it didn't work because I'm not a criminal, and I've never committed that kind of crime in my life. What's up, y'all? This is S to the K-A-L-E-S Skales, Mr. Shake Body. And ladies and gentlemen, this is my exclusive interview on Hip TV. Keep it locked. Let's go. Ooh, yeah. Honestly, the part of my childhood that exposed me to the music world right now would be, my mom selling CDs and cassettes, behind the church, so all I had and all I was entangled with or in was music. When other kids used to watch like TV and stuff, we didn't have TV, so all I used to do is just play, because I used to help my mom sell CDs and cassettes too, so I knew all the songs. I could tell you, I could market it and tell you this person is this is it, understand? So I knew songs. So because of that, music became a part of me, and one way or the other I found myself, here. Man, it's just there. I can remember. I think I can remember first some of the lines. So it goes something like, "Lord, I give you thanks for all the things you've done and how you set my feet to stand up on a solid rock. Lord, you've been the one who's always there to lift me up." I can't remember the remaining. But yeah, those are the first lines I ever wrote in my life. Jeremiah Gang and Jesse Jaggs are like incredible artists, Definitely, it really uplifted me, It uplifted my mental and my belief in myself that, if I can hang out with these great people, I could really do great things in life. Because, back then in the North, Jeremiah Gang is like, till now is like a legend. He's like one of the greatest geniuses when it comes to music, and you have Jesse Jaggs could literally just do anything. He could produce, he could sing, he could rap and stuff, So being around this circle while I was studying in University of Jos at that time was just amazing, Every time I roll with them, when they make music, I get challenged. Then I go back to the drawing board, so I start writing and stuff. So being around them impacted a lot in me musically in a way that, I just wanted to be a better musician. I became a beast. Man, when I won, I thought I had made it, man. When I won that day, shout out to Chopsticks. Chopsticks was my manager at that time. He was my pretend to be manager, because when I went there, I didn't have anybody else. So I was like, they say, who's your manager? I just called Chopsticks. I said, I see what he's up. So he pulled up for me. So shout out to him. But when I was there, I didn't even know I was going to win. I just said, let me try it, As a matter of fact, I was 16 years old or 15 years old. I lied at the competition that I was older, I lied that I was older just because I think they said you have to be 17 you have to be 17 and above. And at that time I was like 16, so I lied. And well, I got into the competition. There was like, I can't remember, I think it was like 5,000 people or so. Well, out of 5,000 people, miraculously, I was mentioned. I was just chilling that bad as bad. We could reach here, they will show us for TV. And they just announced me as the winner. I say, hey, that's how You know, I got to perform with, that time Gongwaso was like the biggest song in Nigeria. So I got to perform a live remix on stage, which is Nice, you know, performing with Nice and Nigaro. You know, so we performed and it was incredible. It was so crazy, man. And I thought I had made it, but only to wake up the next day back to my harsh reality of walking back to school. I can't even remember if they gave me what I wanted, but yeah. Well, I did graduate, you know, but I never went back to school again. Just like even Lee City, after graduating, I never went back till after like 12 years to go and collect my certificate, you know. But it's just for University of Jos, it happened. So after writing like final exams, you know, when you're hanging around school, so there was like this crisis that happened. So I witnessed like so many horrible things, man. So after I left, I promised myself I'll never look back. You understand? So I moved to Lagos, and when I moved to Lagos, of course, I got signed to E.M.E, and from E.M.E, you know, Banky said, "Oh, do you want to go to school?" And of course, because as at that time we used to wanted to, you know, Banky wanted all of us to go to school. So just to make it more fun, I was like, yeah, well, let's all go to school. You know, what's bad to in going to school twice, you know, that kind of thing. So in getting, you know, bagging 2 degrees, you know. So I went to Lit City. Yeah, I think it's also because of Wiz actually. I went because I just so you won't be alone and get that kind of thing. So. E.M.E, of course, did help. Of course, you know, just like every story, there's the great times and there's the bad times. You know, there's the rise and fall. You know, so of course, the rising is they gave me a platform. They believed in me when nobody else did. You know, because I was just a kid. You know, and Banky believed in me, and it's not beings to, you know, do that. Banky is like one of, not even one of, Banky is the first to believe in young children, you know, before the space now started opening that, oh wow, young kids can do this, you know. So shout out to Banky. And of course, like, the end of the relationship also caused a huge dent in my career, you know, because a lot of things happened. But like every time me and Banky meet and, you know, we talk about the story and stuff, he's like, you know, maybe God just wanted us to do whatever we did to you so that you can ginger more and look at you now, you know? How about you look at the good side? You know, that kind of thing. So shout out to him regardless. Well, yeah, man, you know, I was kicked out. You know, I was kicked out to the streets. You know, I had nothing. I had no home, no money, you know. I had no home. I was homeless. I was sleeping in my car for weeks, months, before one day randomly Timaya just saw me sleeping in the car and he was shocked. It was like, so all this while I've been sleeping in the car. I was like, yeah. And you know, he gave me a place to stay in his house. And you know, gradually things changed, and you know, most of the songs that were rejected while I was in E.M.E turned out to be songs that made my first album and made me who I am, you know, which is very crazy, but like, yeah, I guess it wasn't just meant to be there. So. To be honest, I've never ever thought of backing out of music industry. And maybe now that I'm getting older, I'm like, damn, again? Just like I think. But no, I love music a lot. I really, really, truly love music a lot. Forget my degree, man, I don't think I'm going to ever use it for anything, honestly. But you see music, I was like, man, I know I'm going to make it. Even if it's going to be long, it's going to take long or something. I just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, because I've seen people make it in front of me, right? People that I believed I was better than, or people, you know, and I felt like, oh, if they can make it, I can make it too. So I just felt like, okay, I need to learn more. I need to know why these people are getting it right, you know, why they are winning, you know, and that's what it has always been for me, you know. Yeah, I always knew that, and this is even small. I believe there's more bigger things that will come before I say I'm done with this. You know, back then in 2014, when I started OHK Entertainment, you know, the reason why I started it was because I just wanted to be, you know, of course, have the freedom of, you know, dictating or making decisions or saying this is what I want to do, because part of the issues I had in the previous label, because I don't want to keep calling their name, is, after when you record a song and you feel like, oh, this is the one, you have to play it to convince so many people before they are, in the board of directors. If they don't agree, you never come out. Sometimes I used to stubbornly, back then, me and the rest of the crew, because I don't want to mention other names, but obviously people in the crew, we used to leak songs and we say, oh, we don't know how this song came out, that kind of thing. I remember, okay, to make it more interesting, Baddest Boy, we recorded it and leaked it same day. And when Banky called, we were like, what are you talking about, And while he was asking us questions, the song was everywhere already, And the next thing he was like, well, this is going to be our next single, all of us together. He dropped a verse on it and it came out. But yeah, back again to the creative freedom. So I could just dictate and do whatever I wanted to do. I could write the kind of music I wanted to release. I didn't have that situation where I was put in a box and they were telling me all you have to do is rap. Before even being a rapper, I was a singer, you get me? But it's just that the song people first heard about me with was, a rap song. But yeah, just being able to make my decisions, to pick when I want to release a song, to pick and choose whatever I want to do, yeah, it's part of the inspiration. Yeah, while releasing the album, just like everybody, every artist, I was nervous. Yeah, I was scared. I didn't know how people would take it, because as at that time, I feel like I was one of the most criticized artists in the country. Anything I do, people must just either find a way to find something wrong with it. So I was like always on the edge, I felt like I was walking on a thin thread every time. So I was scared, but I was also, that made me go harder with even the sounds, and I believe, Man of the Year is one of my greatest works, till now, because it birthed a lot of hit songs, Being able to have something that that this is organic, you never did anything. As a matter of fact, when we uploaded the video of Shake Body, I used to be the one managing my own YouTube by myself. I was the one uploading my videos myself. I was the one getting the links, sending to people. So it was pretty much, I was not a professional. All I know how to do was copy the video, upload, and get link, and send to people and post. So, being able to have this organic streams, views in what we will say the non-streaming era to the streaming era, so is amazing, man, because not a lot of people can say that. Not a lot of people that are from my generation can declare that, being an independent artist, not being signed to any big label ever, and I'm here, so it's the grace of God. And of course, it's not just only me. I have a team. I have people that believe in me, and also shout out to them too. Life experience, I would tell you for a fact that the way I used to do music back then is different. Back then it used to take me months to write one song. Now it takes me sometimes minutes, sometimes hours, but it's lesser for me now. There's freedom. It's a free flow, so there's more maturity. And of course, the fact that I'm exposed to, I've traveled the world. I've traveled to so many countries in my lifetime. I've met so many amazing artists, meeting them, being in the studio with them, seeing my idols record music has made me a better artist, in the way I write, the way I think about music. So it's just, it's easy for me now, I don't stress. I don't stress too hard to make music. If it's not there, it's not there. You understand? So that's how I see music now. I'm jealous of other people that are more successful than me, and I keep wondering. I'm not bragging, but I believe I've been successful like my whole career. It's just that my own market has always been outside Nigeria. People really care about my music more outside Nigeria. I get support in Nigeria because my music is if not for the support of Nigerians, I wouldn't be known there. You get, so definitely. So yeah, I guess that's one of the myths. Then I don't know any other thing. I feel like over the years I've cleared up all the myths gradually, small, small. You know, I don't know. So. I honestly I find it hard to describe it, you know, but just like everybody else, I would say I'm just that artist that is very diversified. You know, I know how to make all kinds of music, put me anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, my last EP, Proof of Life, I made a song with one of the biggest Arabian artists in the world. His name is Mohammed Ramadan. And you know, we have like 100 million views, you know, and the song is so huge. He performed in Coachella. I was supposed to perform, but I had another show somewhere else that I would have been sued, so I had to go for that one, you know. So, you know, such amazing stuff. And if you listen to it, you will not believe how I blended Nigerian music. So I'm a diversified artist, and you know, for the fact that I was exposed to different kinds of sound growing up, like I said, I was selling CDs and cassettes, has made my mind open up. So I'm not being able to be put in a box. So today you can hear, as a matter of fact, wait till you hear my new album. Then you understand what I'm talking about here. Honestly, for me, music is energy, you know. I've never been a fan of, I mean, I have access to any artist in the world you can imagine, you know. I mean, yeah. But for me, it's energy. It's about who's ready to walk now. Just now, who's ready to do it. Again, most of the songs on this album are not something that I just woke up or I plan and say, oh, I'm going to get this person. It just happened, you know. Because left for me, I could just release an album and nobody's on it. You get me? But it just happened. It's free flow. It's good energy. I link up with people, or sometimes they hear a sound and they hit me up like, I heard that sound. Like, can we do something on it? You know, for E.M.E, I saw him, you know, post about the, you know, Jogo. So I reached out to him, like, bro, man, do you want to do a verse on this? I was like, yeah, because I know that the sound is kind of like the sound in his country. So I was like, do you want to be a part of this? And he was like, yeah. And I sent it to him the same day. He sent me his own verse for the new version of Jogo that I put on my album. Same thing as Faith. Faith, when I posted a snippet and she heard it online and she sent me a DM. Mind you, I've been messaging Faith for a long time. When let's walk, you know, and she was like, oh my God, I didn't see this message, I'm just seeing it now. And you know, that's what I mean by good energy, it will just come. And that's how every other song, Yinka Efele too, the same thing. There's this producer called King Vinci, he uploaded something on TikTok. He's like a TikTok phenomenon, so he always has those bangers on TikTok, you know him. He did a song with this Charlie Poppy's brother. But anyway, so I saw the snippet he posted. I was like, bro, take that thing down. That thing belongs to me, man. He was not. So yeah, he actually listened to me and he took it down. He sent it to me. I recorded. Next thing, I find myself in the studio with Yinka Efele to actually record his part. That's what I'm saying. Good energy, free flow. And every other person too. Nasboy, the same thing. This studio, he always goes to record. I always go there too. And one day I was recording this particular song and I already finished recording the song. And when he came in, he was just freestyling on top of it. So I recorded a video of him freestyling. And I was like, bro, give me a verse. You know, before you know, he didn't do it immediately, but I watched that video again and I called him, bro, give me this verse. So next thing he recorded and sent to me and it was amazing. You know, that song too is like one of my favorite songs off the album. Yeah, but. You know, I'm a Nigerian, man, and you know, what is supposed to be BS has become a norm to us, you know, because we had no choice but to adapt and, you know, develop tough skin to so many things. Of course, the EFCC situation, we know it was BS. They came for me, they tried to embarrass me and stuff, but it didn't work because I'm not a criminal, you know, so, and I've never committed that kind of crime in my life. So, then for, you know, the accident, you know, funny enough, Tunde was part of that accident. You know, he was the one that dragged me to that party, as a matter of fact, when that accident happened. I didn't know anybody in that car. They were just giving, so me and Tunde went to this party. It was on Christmas Day, and I was bored, and I was staying on the mainland. Tunde was staying on the island, so he was my friend, and he felt bad, so he just came, because I had I was in Lagos, but I didn't have friends like that. I didn't know people. So, and I was in E.M.E that time, so he came to the mainland, picked me up. We went to Elegushi. So, that's back then, Elegushi, everywhere used to be filled up. You have to walk from the road to inside Elegushi. So we parked on the road to main road to walk inside. Damn, that distance is actually crazy, man. So we used to do that back then. That's, come to think of it. But anyways, after the party, you've had one or two, then you now look at the distance. So we just saw some guys I think Tunde saw some guys that he knew. So he was like, Skales, let's hop in this car. So I remember, the only thing I remember is we were in the car and he was speeding on the sand. And we were like, oh, I better go. And the next thing I saw car in the air. Next thing it was in the ditch. Next thing, people were struggling for their life. People were pushing other people. My own is God, I beg, let me just, just come out. Then we came out of the car on Christmas Day. My own is, let me just go home. I've not even eaten jollof rice today, nothing. You understand? I don't show you. Anyways, we got back home. I was dirty. I remember that day, Banky saw me. I was like, what happened? You understand? Anyway, so I went to the room, changed. Thank God for my life, like nothing happened. The next day, I saw they said somebody died. I was like, who died? How? Apparently the person was on top of the car when the car spun, and maybe he was drunk and the car landed on him. So it was when they were taking the car out of the ditch, that's when his body rolled out. So one way or the other, I was entangled into that situation. People started saying it was my friend. I didn't have no idea till now. I don't even know who that is. But anyways, may he so rest in peace. And that was like a crazy. I'm talking like it's normal, man. But I was in the car. It was crazy because that thing probably spun 2 times. But that situation also was a turning point for my life to appreciate life more and to do better. PTSD. Yes, I do have PTSD. I don't like people speeding, man. Even though, I used to speed too. But like, if I'm not the one driving, I don't like people speeding because I feel like if I'm the one speeding, I will gauge it well. But I do have PTSD. Yeah. Man, I'm still the same guy, man. I'm chilling. I'm a jiggy father, and I have such a beautiful daughter. And the only thing, it just made me, not think about just myself. Think about like I have to cater for other people. I have to take care of myself, so I'll be able to take care of other people, which is kid and stuff. But yeah, it just made me become more responsible. I mean, I've always been responsible, anyways, but yeah, just more responsible. She's definitely going to see this one day eventually. I just want her to know that she's the most beautiful girl in the world and she should always be proud of herself. She should love herself more than anything in this world and she should believe in herself and she should always make daddy proud. I love you, my daughter. I might have other daughters in the future, but yeah, I love my daughter. I love Anaya now. I wouldn't lie. I don't have any plans for that. But I'll always educate other artists, like I always do, to always have better people around you, to have people that not only have your interests at heart, but want to see you do great, in all aspects, and guide you, protect you, in even in habits and every other thing, So for that situation, obviously, it was a very sad situation, and I feel like a lot of artists should go and get information about how the business is, the music business, and always have a lawyer, and of course, man, you voice out. It's good to voice out. There's authorities everywhere. There's people, there's OGs in the game that you can run and talk to for help and stuff. Be more vocal, and not everything. I mean, social media is one tool, but like I said, always go meet the elders too. Because things can get better through that if they put their hands on. I mean, that's my own opinion though. Well, success to me means being able to do what I love and, traveling the world, seeing the world, of course, making profits, breaking records. To just summarize this whole thing, just being able to do what I love and seeing people appreciate me for what I love and impacting in people's life with what I love doing, that's success for me. Man, in the industry, obviously, my story, I always tell people that my story is such a, funny enough, I was having a conversation last night with somebody, you know, I was talking about where I came from, you know, how I came to Lagos and so many things that happened and how I'm here now, you know, and everything happened within the space of 15 years, you know, and some people have the patience to wait that long, some people do not have that patience. So for me, it's not even about the patience, it was about, this is passion for me. It was like either this or nothing else, you know. So the footprint, obviously, I want to leave behind is just for people to believe that, listen, anything is possible, you know. If it happened for Skales, it can happen for anybody, you know. That's all I want. I just want to be an inspiration. I want to motivate people. I want to, with the little I have, with whatever seed I have that has been sown in me, I want to be able to impact in people's lives, you know, and, you know, be vocal about my story, because I know that a lot of people have similar stories, and I want people to believe in themselves. I want to be that person that made someone believe in himself and, you know, get far. That's what I want to always be remembered for. I mean, I could sing songs for you, folk songs like Muje daki mudawo mushanono. No, or I can sing another one. Zambi gargada, zambi darling, moto akatifa, iye lagireta, cunning generator. Yeah.
Let's have a dis.
Man, that's so difficult, but you know, I have to rep my city, man, so Kaduna roots, man. Shake body, man. Yeah, new school hook. Live performance. I hate music. I hate music video shoots. I'm tired, man. But live performance, yeah. Global festivals. Yeah, I do, but global festivals. Because I mean, my hometown has seen me enough. But global festivals are always very fun, you know, to see like how amazing other foreigners are appreciating your sound. Yeah. Streaming wave, man. Cassette is so stressful, man. Any international country. Reality in my lyrics. Well, music legacy, man. Yeah, I love Fatherhood, but music legacy. I love music more, man. No, I do love, man, all of them go together. But music legacy, because at the end of the day, my kid is going to be proud of me because of what I've achieved, and my kid is going to enjoy life because of what I've achieved. You understand? So, OHK Vision, of course. Party anthem. I won't lie to you, it's only Twitter. But Twitter, me, I'm always ready for them. So as they give me, I give you. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's just the fact that anybody can just have that opportunity to just come say mean words to you, and sometimes it could just be times that that's not what you want to be hearing. You're going through some kind of things, you know, and that affects a lot of people. I know people that, not me though, people that get depressed off social media. I mean, I used to laugh because I'm always finding ways to insult back, but I'll just look. I'll probably not insult back. I'll just laugh and I'm free. Man, the meanest thing is they said I would never blow in this life. That I'm wasting my time. Yeah, that's the meanest thing. And there's one time they told me somebody compared me to 200 naira. So it's Skales or 200 naira. And a lot of people, thousands of people pick 200 naira. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'll never forget that. Yeah. The only one I ever see with a smile so bright. Just yesterday, you came around my way. And Two-Face, the African Queen. I just want things to get better. Fola and Zlatan, get better. Martina's Son, of course, the album is the most incredible album out there right now. You know, the love is incredible. Everybody's showing me love. You know, it's everywhere. Amazing songs, and I'm just really happy that I, you know, got the opportunity to put together this masterpiece. The sound is diversified. There's nothing that's the same from track one to the end. Everything is different. You know, shout out to all the producers, of course, for, you know, helping me out to achieve my dreams and, you know, to achieve my goal. And of course, the features from Fave to Yinka Ayefele to Nasboy to SNE to who am I forgetting again? All the incredible people, man, on the album. Shout out to you guys. I'm so glad that everybody's streaming now. So if you haven't streamed it yet, go stream my new album, Martina's Song, ladies and gentlemen. I would say never ever settle for less. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, this year, of course, there's going to be the Croc Boy Fest in December. So fingers crossed, follow me on social media, you know, to get it all. It's Skales everywhere. Of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Skales. You know, if you haven't heard the album, it's called Martina's Son, and you can share with your family. You can enjoy it. Trust me, I made this album for families, for friends, for haters, for, you know, for critics, for lovers, for everybody. You just pick your own. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me again, Mr. Shake Body, Skales, and you just watched my exclusive interview on Hip TV, ladies and gentlemen. Follow me on social media. It's SKALES everywhere, from Facebook to Instagram, and on Twitter is Young Skales, YOUNGSKALES. Yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you guys, and keep streaming my album, Martina's Son. God bless. In Hausa, ha, no. No. You know, rap is no more my thing. I already said that. Like I closed that chapter. In Hausa, I can greet you in Hausa. Nagode, senu da zuwa, ya kuke, kuna nan lafiya? To, Allah ya bada sa.
Like what the Yoruba person will pick up together.
Really?
Something different.
Something different.
Okay.
But I'm from Edo State.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's recap.
I was born and raised in Edo.
Okay. So which means you can speak a little bit of
Edo? No, I can speak Hausa, but I can't. Edo, I understand some, but I don't.
So which means low key, say, if you belong to the north.